infiltrate this B-bomb site.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on Mirage as Freiburg will be the first casualty of the pistol round, taken down very swiftly by Pasha, following the grenade, which does considerable damage to both Forest and Alu as they make their entrance over towards B.
Yes, they do. Neo all by himself as things stand. He gets nailed in the head by GetRight as the rotation comes in from the poles. It's currently numerically in favor of Ninjas, but they've got the plant position to try and hold, but Forest and Alu now 2 versus 4. Bayali pushing in, Bayali fighting on Pasha with the headshot, and Forest will fall. Pasha, and there we go, the defuse will come in.
I mean, Pasha was absolutely phenomenal in that round. He got that entry flag right in mid, from the mid window area here where we see Michu actually lying, and picked up the first kill, and then we also saw that grenade that came in. I think it was from Neo.
Neo did really well to just wear down the clock when he was in that B-bomb site all by himself.
Back away and allow his players to rotate and help out. So Virtus.pro are going to reward themselves for a great pistol round with those rifles, 4 M4s, and a Pyjamas is the name of the game here, while NIP, GetRight will have a Tech 9, but that will be all. Let's see what bomb site they decide to favor. It looks like all of the action once again could be heading over towards B.
Exists in this underground area, but Virtus.pro, if there's one thing they want here, it's the all-important mid-control connector. Gives you a gateway, a new gateway into the A-bomb site, and potentially a gateway into short, which will take you to this current bomb site we're looking at right now, which is the B-bomb site. Taz with his M4 holding one, but he's got to be careful not to go down and give any of these M4s to Ninjas in Pyjamas, but no, it's not going to happen. 4 versus 2 now.
Well, Forest and Freiburg were especially low right from the start there. 6 HP between them as Alu now will get shut down. Only 1 casualty for the Polish side. Michu going down, Taz just about staying alive, but still a relatively good cleanup with the rifle round there from Virtus.pro. NIP did get the bomb down in that first round, so they will be able to buy up here, but it will be 2 Galils.
Yeah, 2 Galils, and obviously the AK-47 gives you a one-shot headshot. The Galil, similar to the M4, not so. But here we go. Smoke coming in from GetRight. See where that's going to land. It's going to land just at the top of short to potentially allow NIP to get the mid control and avoid any potential AWPers. This is one thing I love about how Virtus.pro play Mirage. We have Pasha at mid, particularly when he buys up the AWP. They take a lot of pop rounds where he just pushes up mid by himself and tries to cut off NIP when they're at the top of mid. It's great, it constricts the plays. It's similar to smoking the bottom of Banana on Inferno and pushing down, but it's B again by the looks of things.
Michu does have that incendiary grenade if he decides to put it down there, but, well, it's not going to be in his hands anymore as Freiburg gets the entry flag here. Neo will respond, 1-for-1 trade before Forest takes down more damage. That's 2 in a row for him. Neo and Pasha fall as Bayali and Taz, the last 2 left alive to try and retake this B-bomb site here. They will peek out from kitchen, but they know that there is no way they can penetrate that smaller bomb site. They are going to back away and gift the round to NIP.
Yeah, superb play from Forest, getting the double entries, and GetRight does what GetRight does best. Lurks in, gets the headshot. Now it's just a matter of hunting down Bayali. They know exactly where he is, but they've got to be careful not to lose too many men. And Forest said, hey guys, I want this hat-trick. And what Forest wants is what Forest gets. Well played, Forest.
Forest with the triple, 2-1 scoreline here. NIP just rebuying for a couple of their players who were dropped in that last round. Pasha, interestingly enough here, has got an AWP in his hands. Apart from that, it will just be the measly pistols for Virtus.pro as we head into round number 4.
Yeah, he evened out the economy as well, and he's going to try and take a gamble, but we know how good of an AWPer Pasha is, so why not? But here we go. These are the A smokes I was talking about. Freiburg's most likely going to smoke out connector. That smoke there going towards CT spawn. This is normally something Virtus.pro or Virtus.plow, as they're called by some, are very good at, but I don't think they're expecting this AWP here from Pasha.
No, they are not, and now they will as Pasha actually misses a shot there, rare from him. Bayali will fall after taking down Freiburg, and we are now left in a 4 versus 3. We can actually see a player, they're just dropping down from the stairs area. Forest gets the kill onto Michu. Neo will go down, and now Pasha, the last one left alive. He's not even really been able to do much here, Kana. He was in that cheeky little spot just to the right-hand side of stairs, just to the edge of the smoke grenade, which came down to cover jungle as well. Tried to hit a shot with it up, wasn't able to do so, and now he's just got to save it.
Well, what can you do when you're playing against Forest like this? He's got 3 already, and Exist comes in. Don't think they'll be able to pick up that AWP, but that's going to be so expensive for Virtus.pro as well, and Pasha probably should have done better in that kind of situation. But hey, Forest definitely deserves a pat on the back based off of what we've seen so far.
Look at the money here for Virtus.pro. They have bought up 4 M4s and a scout on Neo here. Let's see where he heads with that. But apart from that, if they lose this round once again, they will be in big trouble.
He's going to go to the van at B and just jump.
Yeah, that's what I figured he probably would do, but they've not got many grenades to play with here, Kylite, whilst NIP are in a great spot. And we're all even 2 versus 2.
Miku taking the role that Snax normally takes here on short. Taz in connector, Miku from behind. They've now spotted the bomb, and finally this is more like the Virtus.pro that we're used to seeing on Mirage. NIP, 3 men down, and they're just trying to slow it down here. Ali wants to try and retrieve the bomb to start things off.
Miku in a cheeky little spot on short. Find Alu just to his right, but Pasha does take down Get Right now, leaving Alu the last one left alive, and this was a very important round for Virtus.pro to pick up, considering their economy. They did not want to start letting the momentum roll in favor of Ninjas in Pyjamas. They do not allow it. No players down for the Polish side. Good round for them.
Yeah, now Virtus.pro can replenish, buy up nades as well, defensive smokes, defensive molotovs. So important on a map like Mirage. For example, if you're that CT player who's playing on the A bomb site, put a smoke right in front of A ramp, it'll hold down the incoming terrorists for at least 10 or so seconds because they're not going to rush through a smoke.
Well, NIP are banking on disturbing their economy once again here. That war of attrition, which you would expect between these two squads. They've been able to get rifles in their hands. Apart from Freiburg, we know what damage you can do with the Deagle. It would be nice to see some 1Ds in this series, but still you never know. Exist is going to eat a grenade at his feet and drop down to 70 HP. But Alu does have the AWP.
Well, this is the NIP way of playing. They always want to apply pressure on their opponents, particularly knowing they're on the T side here, because they know if they can drop Virtus.pro here, their economy will be in tatters. Michu has no idea Freiburg is behind him. He's going to try and deagle him, but no, Freiburg, unlike him, 4 versus 2 now. Forrest comes in. He's done so well so far. He's gotten 2 frags. He's looking for the 3rd before the bomb comes in.
Bomb still delayed, entering that B-bomb site, as you do say. He's holding the angle, and he will find Pasha, but Pasha finds him quicker. Exist will take down by Ali, though, in the trade frag. And now it is all left up to Mr. Biceps. We know what damage he can do. Will he be able to complete it here? Maybe so. He does take down Get Right. Ali will plant the bomb successfully, but have a look at how low Exist is. 20 points of health. This is still on for Pasha.
It is, but he's got to move fast because NIP are rotating around him. It was a great plant position to allow NIP to watch it from ramp and potentially connector. And Alu, well, he doesn't miss shots like that.
No, he doesn't. And he is going to now punish Virtus.pro as they are down to pistols once again. Taz picking up the Deagle. We've got 4 P250s otherwise. Not many grenades to play with, just 3 flashes overall. Taz does have armor with that Deagle. We will see if it pays off for them as they set up for the smokes on A. They've got 1 player which I believe is actually...
There's the stairs smoke.
Yeah. Right in connector. 2 of them in connector even.
So here we go. The incoming ninjas trying to infiltrate and make their way in towards this A-bomb site. Virtus.pro playing it very passively. They've got 3 players here at steps. Forrest will put the smoke down, but we could see something very, very surprising come out from the poles. But hey, now NIP, all they have to do is play this cool, calm and collected, keep their distance and hold this bomb down.
Taz doesn't look like he needs too much distance as he picks up a kill, as does by Ali here. Miku on to Exist there as well before Freiburg does trade back. Freiburg with 2 to try and save the day here for NIP. And that's a shame because I really thought Virtus.pro could retake that, and what a retake it would have been if all 5 of them had have just swarmed that side and taken the rifles away from NIP and won the round there on that eco, but by Ali deciding that the AK-47 was just too valuable to try and waste.
It's easier said than done. They only had pistols, you know what I mean? I was honestly expecting some sort of Spartan-like stampede straight out the smoke to surprise NIP, because they obviously didn't know they were all there in and around jungle. But here we go, Virtus.pro. They've finally got money in the bank. We're going to see 1 AWP come out, and that AWP is going to be Pasha, and he's going to compete up against Alu. And Alu, in fact, struggled earlier on trying to compete one-on-one up against JW, and that was one of the key factors in the property game you casted.
Yes, it most certainly was. Of course, Forrest can pick up the AWP if he really fancies it, but Alu is the primary AWPer. The Finnish player recently added to this NIP roster. We're going to round number 8. Things all quiet on the Western front, or on the Mirage front in this case.
Get Right again, just here lurking outside the B-bomb site, because if his teammates manage to make their way onto the A-bomb site, what he'll then do is essentially try and wrap around the B-bomb site and get the rotating CTs from behind, from CT spawn. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, he's looking over towards the stairs near underpass. Alu just peeking out from apps, or Palace even. They're
relying on Alu here to potentially get some sort of entry, but Virtus.pro aren't showing anything. But there it is, and now the rest of the ninjas can come in.
Alu gets burnt down to 40 HP, but they are going to try and make their way through. Freiburg gets dropped by Pasha. Smoke grenades to try and cover their entrance, and Pasha in CT spawn is going to be a critical player here. Ooh, nice shot from Neo there as he does take down Exist, and the bomb wasn't planted.
It wasn't. Neo spraying and praying through the smoke, and it looked like it was going to be NIP's bomb site, but Virtus.pro have put their foot down. They've stamped their name on it, and now relying on that Finn yet again. Forest with the AK in hand. See you later, Alu. And now Virtus.pro just making their way in to see the round out. Easy peasy for them. 4-4, and they will salvage that AWP as well for the CTs.
Really great round from Virtus.pro. We saw Alu get that initial entry frag on that player right on top of the A bomb site. He got burnt down to a crisp, but then straight away Pasha responded and took down one of the NIP players. They got the quick rotation in. They were all in great spots despite NIP trying to smoke them out. And NIP lost the round there. That was a key frag on Exist as well, who tried to plant the bomb. That was a crucial moment in that round. But here we go, round number 9, an eco for NIP.
Yeah, welcome to watching Virtus.pro. They play such a sexy, aggressive brand of Counter-Strike, particularly with Pasha utilising that AWP and pushing up mid. Taz in connector. He's read NIP like an open book. He knows where they're going. Miku wants to join in on the action. And it's just going to be an easy anti-eco for Virtus.pro.
Yes, get right. Flies forward into the face of Pasha there in connector as he goes down. Gotta love that little animation, as we do see now. Virtus.pro regaining the lead. 5-4 is the score, but in the grand scheme of things, as many people will know, this is a CT-favoured map, so NIP deciding
pretty
to stick,
well.
Yeah, they decided to stick on the T side. Really, that knife round was kind of completely unimportant whatsoever, because NIP wanted to go T, Virtus.pro were likely to try and go CT here, so it didn't really matter which way the knife round went, but still, it's 5-4. NIP with a good performance so far, but Virtus.pro still showing that they can do some darn good damage on the CT side of Mirage.
Forest hungry for frags. 1.6 legend, obviously great mates with Get Right from back in the day. He gets the opener on this B bomb site, and it looks like Virtus.pro are actually going to rotate in. The bomb, however, still hasn't dedicated to either of these two bomb sites, but it seems like they're considering the B bomb site.
I'm liking this from Neo, although he will get taken down by Forest, but he got that incendiary grenade right through over towards the truck area. Forest trying to go for the hat trick here, as he takes down Pasha to 21 single points of health, and they do have control of the B-bomb site here. Taz going through underpass with that AK-47 in hand, going to make his way through apps here, but Karnite, this is a really tricky one for Virtus.pro. I don't think they're going to attempt this one. It looks like they will just go for the exit frags. And again, Forest opening up the B-bomb site, holding it down well. They got the bomb down, and Virtus.pro just couldn't penetrate anything.
Entry frags, or exit frags rather, for Virtus.pro aside, because look who it is. It's that man yet again, but no, it's going to be Freiburg to get the frag just through the smoke spraying. Get Right just waiting to see if he can catch a glimpse of these poles, and well, he most certainly does, and executes Taz. And that was an incredibly solid round for NIP, and like you said, full credit where it's due to Forest, who essentially opened up that B-bomb site all by himself.
Let's have a look at the economy here for Virtus.pro. Taz does have quite a lot in the bank, so he's spent about 5 grand now, make that 6 grand as he does drop that AWP, which you would expect goes straight into the hands of the biceps man, Mr. Pasha, and it does. But they've got 2 Pyjamas here, Karnite, so not exactly what they would have hoped for. They've got a relative amount of smokes. Alu misses a shot there on Pasha. Will he be punished for it?
No, they know they need more rounds here, Virtus.pro, hence the force. Pasha needs to get these openers, and there is, hopefully, one of many if you're a Virtus.pro fan. Alu knows he's got to try and compete with Pasha, but so far, we haven't really seen too much from him.
I mean, taking down Forest to start things off, that's a great entry there for Virtus.pro. And if Alu hadn't have missed this shot on Pasha, Pasha would have been down. That's the AWP off the field for Virtus.pro, and Forest would still be alive there. And it's just crazy how that one single first shot of the round can switch things so much there and lead to a different position. So with just about a minute left on the clock, out goes Exist. And Freiburg, I believe that is with him as well, through connector.
That's the problem. Pasha's holding this angle off short where the CTs are expecting someone to potentially come through connector. At least I hope they are, but Taz is waiting. Put a welcome mat down and said, come on, ninjas in pyjamas, make your way in and show me what you can do. But so far, ninjas in pyjamas is going to take something special to win this one.
Something special indeed. By Ali in shadow here. He's going to expect these last 2 players any second now. Alu's been heard. Get Right will fall. And Neo finishes off with 2 kills of his own there with the FAMAS. Nice work from him. Great double there from Taz as well. Really just shutting down any pushes coming in from NIP. Virtus.pro now regaining once again that round advantage. 6-5. NIP will be forced down to an eco by the looks of things, but they're just going to get those Tech 9s in hands. And actually, they're going to force here, so we've got 2 AK-47s. I think they're just trying to even out the economy maybe there, because we did see, I think, Forest and Alu with quite a bit more money than the other 3 players.
So, to B or not to B? Or to A? That's the question at the moment for NIP. 2 Tech 9s, a B250 for Get Right. We know how good the P250 is, up close and personal. It's literally a one-shot headshot like the Deagle back in the day, or even like the Deagle in CSGO, but here we go. Taz ironically hiding in sandwich or get right, as some people call it, but he's going ham. 3 from Taz up against this eco. And now, I'm not sure whether Virtus.pro, well, they will be aware of it now because they've heard the AKs.
Yeah, they will be. Mihu smoked out here. You just saw an absolute rain of smoke grenades come down on that A bomb site, but they're going to be able to pick up another kill onto Alu there as Pasha drops in with the AWP, and now it's Forest. In a 1 versus 4, sprays down 1, but Mihu peeks just around the corner, securing the 7th round for Virtus.pro. Lovely holds and only 2 casualties there for the Polish side. So, you know, although we did see NIP with 3 pistols there, it was still well played by Virtus.pro, and especially Taz to just shut them down before they were even really able to get near the bomb site.
Most importantly for Virtus.pro as well, they salvaged the 2 AWPs that they invested very heavily into. So here we go. Here's the proper eco coming out from the Ninjas in Pyjamas. But hey, Chu, I don't think they're going to be too downhearted, because 5 rounds at this stage on the T side of Mirage is still very, very solid. And that's what I was talking about earlier on. But no, unlike Pasha, misses his shot, looks to make amends with the P250. He's left Get Right on only 2 points of health, but he's lost the AWP.
Get Right will go down as Neo picks up his 2nd kill with the AWP. Will he get the hat trick? Exist just peeking around the corner to his right-hand side. He misses the shot here, does Neo, and Mihu will finishing up. Exist drops 4 alive at the end of round number 13 for Virtus.pro. 2 rounds left here in this first half, and I do agree with your point there, Kana. Of course, NIP decided to stick on the T side of Mirage. They've got 5 rounds. That's relatively okay. If they can pick up one of these last 2 rounds here, 9-6 scoreline will be great. But if they finish this 8-7, that'll be even better. Virtus.pro will really be looking to make this a 10-5 half now.
Double AWP setup coming out. Pasha, the AWPer at mid, whilst it looks like Neo's going to be holding the B area with his AWP. Defensive smokes flying in from the poles, but Pasha has in fact spotted. Alu drops him, sees Exist. Ooh. Double from Pasha. And well, Virtus.pro suddenly come alive to the sound of AWPing.
Pasha now backing away and playing a tiny bit more defensively over towards window. He's been smoked out at the second, so he won't be able to deal a whole lot of damage from here. We did see, I think that was Freiburg, trade back onto Taz over towards the A-bomb site, but Neo does find Get Right jumping through the air and will take him down. 3 AWP kills here for Virtus.pro, giving him the man advantage, as we do see one of those AWPs gets dropped.
Still more than doable for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They've got plenty of time. The main issue here is that both Freiburg and Forest are a little bit secluded from each other. Toying around now. Forest slowly making his way towards this A-bomb site, and the thing is, Virtus.pro have no idea he's there. Forest comes in, there's the 1 frag, it's now 2 versus 2, and if Freiburg can rotate round to this A-bomb site, they might actually stand a chance of winning this round.
Look at where Neo is, he's right on short, watching Connector here, great observing, coming in from our man behind the scenes to spot that out, as he does go down here, so Forest gets the frag, and now Byali on the A-bomb site, the last one left alive. Forest has found him, and Forest looks away just at the wrong time, and with 9 seconds left on the clock, does Freiburg have enough time to plant?
Oh, that's going to be tight. I don't think he does. Oh, Virtus.pro win it.
See, now, that's kind of karma, because we saw on Nuke they got a plant down with 1 second to spare, and now this time it was the 1 second that goes in favor of VP. So 9-5 it is. NIP are going to force up and see exactly just what they can buy, use every spare bit of cash they possibly can, as we go into the last round of the first half here on Mirage.
Well, we saw Forest there. Instead of opting to buy a Galil or something along those lines, he's bought the CZ and bought a Molotov as well. So seems like we could see an A push coming in from NIP. That's where you really need loads and loads and loads of smokes and nades, and so far it's working for the Ninjas. Get Right with the headshot onto Taz by Ali. In fact, 2 Virtus.pro players playing this very passive from CT spawn. Virtus.pro, because it's the last round, might even let them get the bomb down, regroup and try to retake this bomb site.
Neo peeks out from jungle and eats a flash grenade to the face. As Get Right, he's going to get aggressive. He walks around the corner and he does find Neo there. Will he get the kill? Just about, but he's getting burnt to a crisp here. Pasha does go down, and now the man advantage is in favor of NIP, but only just Exist. Left on 8 points of health. Bomb still not planted. As soon as I say that, Alu will try and get it down, and he does so indeed. 2 versus 3.
Yeah, they know Byali's coming from CT spawn. He holds it as a CT normally, and they'll have heard his M4 bullets. Mihu smoking out Connector, looking to do damage, but that timing was a little bit off there, and maybe that's a sign of the fact that Miku is a stand-in, miscommunication.
Could have been the case, but all the same, we saw Virtus.pro start on the CT side of Nuke. They got 9 rounds, NIP got 6. Virtus.pro started on the CT side here of Mirage, got 9 rounds, and NIP got 6. So, do you think that's enough for NIP to really stand a good chance of taking this, or do they still have a lot of work to do on this CT side?
Look, if NIP take the pistols and capitalize and find themselves 3-0 up, if they do prevent Virtus.pro planting the bomb, then I can honestly see Ninjas in Pyjamas seeing this one out. But look, with Virtus.pro, they're such a strong team. Even at this point, you cannot rule them out. And hey, if they win the pistol, then they'll most likely find themselves at 12 rounds because this NIP will be on the more expensive CT side.
I think we've
Provided
seen
there's no upsets, of course, like an anti-eco.
I think we've seen the CT side win their pistol so far every time we've seen a pistol. I'm not too sure, maybe I've got that wrong, hashtag blame Chewy, but still, all the same, you wonder what they're going to do, and we know what the pistols are like on NIP. Forest, one of those standout players there for that.
I think Alu's role here, if NIP managed to get the AWP in his hands, him trying to hold mid and playing connector is going to be key for NIP. And he's got to win his AWP battles up against Pasha, because Pasha's going to be hungry for those entry frags. And again, entry fragging on a map like Mirage is crucial. And if you can be the CT to outdo it, then you definitely leave your team in good stead.
Got to cut you off, mate, because there's 3 people stacked over towards B, as we do see now Freiburg making his way back over towards A. They banked wrongly because in go Virtus.pro on that larger A bomb site. GetRight's going to back away, regroup with his teammates. Bomb has been planted, as you do here. And let's see who gets the first frag. It is going to be Byali.
It is. Byali and Pasha. This is very, very similar to what they did at Katowice 2014 when they won their T-pistol round. But Alu and Exist fight back, and now it's gone in favor of the Ninjas, and now back it's even Steven. 2 versus 1 now. Taz with the Tech 9. He's got to stop Alu. The bomb's been planted in a superb place, and I can't see Taz losing this one.
Alu does have a kit, though, as we do see Alu. Is he going to find the shot? Does he get
Taz.
the defuse?
Yes, he will.
Yes, he will indeed. Just leaving it there to the right second. And one of the reasons why NIP picked this player up, if he's been a tiny bit dodgy at times in this, I'm not saying that he has been, but if there's any person doubting him, great awareness from Alu there. Absolutely top-notch. And, well, Ninjas in Pyjamas.
I'm surprised that Taz actually sat down and tried to take on Alu when he could have just gone backwards and played for time.
All the same, though, look, they forced it up here, so it's more than capable for them to be able to do this. 2 Deagles, 2 Tech 9s, and a Galil. You never quite know what damage those weapons can do, especially in the hands of some angry Polish players who will not be very happy after losing that last round there.
Yeah, Virtus.pro, they got the bomb down, they lost the round, hence why we see Galils and more money used as we usually see in the second round for Spy. So Neo, 2 players here for Virtus.pro outside the B bomb site, but the bomb's outside the A bomb site. So what we might see here, Chewy, is just these 2 players try and fake the B take, and then the others come in after the CTs have rotated.
Well, let's have a look and see. NIP are banking on it being over towards B. We can see 2 of those players now. I believe it's actually GetRight and Alu making their way over towards B, leaving poor old Exist, the last one, over towards A. He will find them coming out now, and suddenly the rotation has to come in. But Taz with the headshot onto Exist will drop him as GetRight tries to find that bomb planter. The grenade comes towards his face, and Virtus.pro with so far a very good second round here in the second half.
Yeah, but Alu coming in with the Rec 9, he's going to pick up that M4, but he's still significantly outnumbered. Knows that this is easier said than done here for Alu, and it wouldn't surprise me if he just backed out and tried to save this M4, but he should be aware that Virtus.pro have more than enough time to try and flank him from behind, which is exactly what Neo's trying to do.
But you can read into the future there. Alu will get 1 kill, but Virtus.pro responding straight away. Byali tries to get the shot on him, misses it, and now Alu runs away. Will he be able to survive? He will indeed. I don't think they're going to be able to hunt him down in time. No, they will not. So he does hold on to that M4 there. But still, Virtus.pro, what a tactic. Faking that B-bomb site. NIP fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. They pushed on towards A, and Exist was like, hello, where's my help?
And that's actually one of the gambles for teams who only play 1 person on the B-bomb site. It's so easy to just get completely overpowered, but this is the man I said needed to step up, and just when it looked like he had, Pasha nails him in the head.
Well, it would be the Pasha versus Alu AWP battle usually, and Pasha just says,
Pasha said, I don't need an AWP, mate. I'll take you down with the AK.
Exactly. Forrest does pick it up, as you kind of would expect. The secondary AWP here for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Still looking good for Virtus.pro, though, as they now make their way through T-spawn, back over towards the A-ramp section, and Exist in a key spot here. Will get spotted out. Will he get the kill? GetRight helps him out as Byali gets dropped.
Here we go. Get right here is going to be absolutely crucial to preventing the Virtus.pro make their way in towards this A-bomb site. Get right looking for his second. Miku has other ideas, and well, it makes you wonder whether they're going to go for this. Forest has the AWP, but Freiburg only on a 5-7.
Well, we know what damage they can do with it, but Freiburg's been knocked down to 12. Forest with a shot there, and that may lead to them thinking that they can try and retake this. Forest does have a kit, and he's still on exactly 100 points of health. The flashbangs come in, Neo drops Freiburg, and now Forest will go down as well to the hands of Pasha. 11-7.
Don't know about you, but I don't think that was the right idea. But then again, who am I to question these guys?
Well, their economy's questioning them now because it's very, very low.
Yep, and one of the perks, or disadvantages rather, of being on the CT side, particularly on a map like Mirage. But here we go. Let's see whether NIP can do to Virtus.pro what Virtus.pro did to them. Pasha smoking out window room. He's got the mid control all by himself. He's flashing the A-bomb site. He's got the big AWP, but Exist now hearing up perhaps, knows Michu's lurking in and around the area, but here you just can't help but expect the AKs to reign supreme, really.
Of course, and they are out on the A-bomb site here. We can see Get Right getting tagged down to 3. Freiburg will fall, and the bomb will get planted over on that larger bomb site. So this is just a standard round really coming in here from Virtus.pro.
The thing is, this is how tight money is, even on their default pistols. You know what I mean? Didn't buy up 5.7s, didn't buy up P250s. We got a silenced USP and a few P2000s. But wow, that's definitely going to help their economy. Well played, Pasha. And Get Right here just trying to survive and see if he can get any exits.
Saw him on the mini-map starting to flank round there, and what a way to try and, you know, be a bit cocky and to annoy the NIP squad by knifing them in the back, hey? 12-7 is the score. Let's have a look at the economy for now at NIP. It's really not, well, it's okay, but I don't think they're going to be able to get an AWP whatsoever here.
Nope, they need to build on it. Both financially and on the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, this is an important round here. This really is for NIP if they want to come back into this game. Virtus.pro are starting to get that plow rolling. The key is in the ignition and the wheels are rolling quickly.
Let's see whether that key is going to slot in. Pasha going towards A ramp instead of mid now. Virtus.pro changing things up, trying to counter this current NIP defense. Taz has gone unnoticed in apps. But Get Right here, he could get a frag onto Michu if he's careful. Michu peeks him, and Michu gets the frag, and that's a great frag for Virtus.pro.
Nice start here at the round of number 20.
Such a crucial player as well.
Exactly. And he's been playing great this tournament. I've got to give it up to him, especially being that stand-in player, as we've mentioned a few times here. Forest going to see what damage he can do, but Michu picks up his second kill of the round here. Forest will fall, and that's 2 big players already down for the count in this round. Just under a minute left on the clock. Exist in shadow is going to see what he can do. He's fully blind at the second. Freiburg does respond, but it will not be enough.
Exist has gone unnoticed. 45 seconds on the clock. Alu knows exactly where these poles are hiding. Or does he? I think he does, but Neo might get the better of him. Pasha firing off that up shot. Alu comes in big when needs be. But unfortunately, just not big enough. And Virtus.pro 3 rounds now away from taking us to Inferno.
And NIP have got to eco again here by the looks of things. It'll be interesting to see exactly what they do with that economy here, whether they just go for the full eco or whether they decide to try and go for some upgraded pistols. They will do a bit. Freiburg with the Deagle, Exist with the CZ75, but still, you've got to put your money on Virtus.pro taking this to 14 rounds.
Very brave from Pasha, knowing that their opponents most likely will be on an eco to go for that pick. But, well, he's got the Tech 9 on the T side, so that pretty much says a lot, doesn't it?
Clean
Easy
sweep.
for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, clean sweep. Hardly any damage taken whatsoever for the Polish side. 14-7 it is. And this is the thing, Kainai. NIP won 6 rounds on their T side. Since switching over to CT, they've won 1.
Yep.
Simple as that. You don't really need to say much more. And this is what I saw yesterday on Mirage. Look at how heavily they are investing here. 2 AWPs and an auto sniper.
Did it work for him yesterday? So let's see whether it's going to work for him now. Forest taking a leaf out the book of Pasha and Alu. The Virtus.pro players have no idea he's there. Forest can't afford to miss his shots like that. Gets 1. Pasha returns it though, 4-on-4. And really, this kind of scenario actually suits the terrorists more than it does the CTs, because the CTs can cover less ground like this. Being a man down.
Trying to make his way up that short area now. The bomb's at the top of mid as well, so they can get good control of mid here, although Get Right's going to be the man to try and stop that. Looking from the A-bomb site, he will almost find a player there. This X-ray mode just showing us how close the players are from crossing each other's paths.
Pasha peeking, knows that there's most likely going to be someone there. We don't see Get Right with that auto sniper very often, but Pasha gets the better of him, and now 4 versus 3. The Ninja's going to crumble right when it matters the most as Virtus.pro slowly but surely start making their way towards this A-bomb site. The clock is ticking, Molotov's going down, and I think they're going to plant here on the A-bomb site.
Yep, 30 seconds left. Exist stuck in Palace. He had a Molotov come at his feet, so he's not going to be able to push out of there anytime soon. Freiburg on short. Alu in CT spawning. He's going to find a player there, but Neo takes off his head. Too slow from Alu. We're left in a 3 versus 2. Make that a 3 versus 1 now. Exist will go down. Pasha with a gorgeous round from that player, allowing Virtus.pro to get onto map point.
Yeah,
Mirage.
24 frags from Pasha so far, 23 from Neo. The experience really stepping up here, and four-man that last round, he really was phenomenal.
Let's just have a look at the scoreboard very quickly, because I believe Forrest is on about 21 frags himself, and the rest of the squad just aren't anywhere near him at this rate, and maybe that's a little indicator. And have a look at those rounds as well, all going in favour of Virtus.pro. I believe they've taken maybe about 6 in a row here.
Let's bear in mind that a lot of those Forest frags were on the T side as well at the start, where he just was playing amazing.
Yeah. Well, round number 23 it is. Virtus.pro on the brink of bringing it back in their favour and evening up the score to a 1-1 situation, which means we will be going to Inferno. Get Right gets 2, though.
And Get Right does get 2, and let's see whether they're going to walk into the crosshair of Freiburg. I don't think NIP have played this position before so far, and I think it's going to go unnoticed by Ali, but he's got more poles to deal with. Michu yet again returning the frag. Pasha comes in with the AWP, and now if they plant this and Pasha sits at bench, this could end very well for Virtus.pro.
It certainly could, and with the form that Pasha's in, it really wouldn't put it past me that he could do so. Peeks out over towards the kitchen area as the bomb is ticking. No kits for NIP, important factor. This retake here. Mihu will get dropped though by Exist, and now it's all left up to Pasha. He does pick up 1 kill, but can he hold it off on his own? He gets the second shot. Will he get the third? Pasha with the Tech 9. Let's see if he can stop Get Right here. He tags him up with the Tech 9. Down to 8 HP goes Get Right. He will get the kill, and Pasha confirms the way around and the map win for Virtus.pro on Mirage.
Man of the map? I think that's a no-brainer, to be honest. Mr. Pasha. Great play there from Pasha, 3 versus 1. And Mihu went down, but we're going to a third map.
Oh, man, that was an absolute thriller end to Mirage.
Well, it always is between these two teams.
Of course, it always is. You know, Thorin saying it's actually probably his favourite and biggest rivalry in the Counter